Traveling is one of the best way to achieve detachment in this world. There are two type of people who are willing to travel around the world. These two type of people are the people who either want to escape their boring everyday reality lifestyle, or the people who want to experience things more in life. These two type of people sound really similar. However, they are actually the opposite of each other. As a matter of fact, this opposition can be the determining factor in how people travel around the world. Why is this the case? Let's start out with the type of people who just want to escape their boring lifestyle. This experience is amazing for them because they can detach from their boring job and actually enjoy life for once. However, the downside of this type of people is that they have some kind of expectation when they are traveling. What are the expectations that these people are looking for? They're expecting something really exciting while they are traveling around. They want something that is opposite of boring because they already used to the boring daily life. The problem is that many culture around the world do not exist to just entertain tourists. What is culture? A culture is customary belief, social form, and material trait of a rational, religious, or social group. The characteristic feature of everyday existence shared by people in a place or time. It is logical, and a group of civilians that are not being taught have their own life and responsibility from their own custom and courtesy to follow. This type of people who are just looking for excitement in their life because of their boring life will eventually get bored or annoyed by the culture that they are not used to. This includes food, people, landmark, and even regulation of the new cultures. These people are not the problem because sometimes they just keep it to themselves and determine they have a bad experience while traveling when they get back to their homeland. However, there are worse people when traveling and experiencing new culture. These are the disrespectful people. How and why they are disrespecting the new culture that they are visiting? The people who are disrespectful are the one who will break the custom and courtesy of the culture that they are experiencing. Some people even disrespect, or even worse, damage the food, people, and landmark of the culture. What is the reason for the disrespect? The reason for disrespectful action and behavior? One reason is that they are too prideful of their routine lifestyle and their own perfect culture to even consider following new opposing culture. American culture and lifestyle are the most criticized in the news and internet when they are experiencing a new culture. Why is this a problem in the first place? This is a problem because the United States of America was built on a land with little to zero restriction. When I'm talking about having little to zero restriction, I'm talking about the First Amendment. The First Amendment guaranteed the freedom concerning religions, expression, assembly, and the right to petition. Because of the First Amendment, Americans are proud to call their nations the land of the free. I am an American, and I am lucky to live in a country that is known for its freedom and righteousness. However, just like anything else, there are yin and yang for every situation. There are other Americans who are proud to live in this country but not too prideful compared to other extremist Americans. What is the difference between them? The difference is that they are more open-minded and willing to learn. This is the other type of traveler. This type of traveler is the one who wants to experience more in life. First, let's define the term experience, as it has been used so much in this informational video. Experience is the practical contract with the observation of facts or event. With this definition, there are some key terms that are important to point out. The term of facts and event. Why are these terms so important? These terms are important because people around the world always see this as many different points of views. What is my point of views about facts and event? I think that facts and events are knowledge. I want to be a traveler in the future. I know that I have been to many countries in the past. However, to me, it doesn't count because I was too young. I was so young that I just wanted to follow my parents and guardian everywhere. Now, I am an adult, since I do not rely fully on my parents and guardian support anymore. Right after high school, I joined the army with the training being an all-wheel mechanic oil mechanic as an active duty soldier. I have my own salary and living by myself. Going back to the statement of me wanting to be a traveler in the future, the military can be a great way for me to travel around the world if I station or deploy overseas. Some are mission overseas army base or in Korea, Japan, and even in Europe. Some of the most beautiful places in the world. So where do I station as a new active duty soldier? I am stationed in Fort Liberty, North Carolina, or Fort Bragg. Each duty station, a serviceman or servicewoman have in the contract to complete when they sign a dotted line. My contract is 3 years, and I still didn't finish my first year. After 3 years, I can choose to get out of the army or re-enlist for more years to come. If there's a chance for me to be paid, for me to travel, I will take that chance. And I have seen so many great cultures when I watch them on televisions and the internet. As a matter of fact, watching and studying films about different culture is a great way to be introduced and get familiarized with the culture around the world. Now notice how I said to be introduced and get familiarized with the culture around the world, because it is different from actually practicing and performing the cultures. Therefore, this will be the next step. Everybody knows that traveling can be really expensive. When an overseas plane ticket from the United States can cost over $1,000 for each person. It is so expensive to travel. How can we actually practice and experience the culture? Some other way to experience and practice the culture are by learning the language, eating their traditional cuisine right, and learning about their do's and don'ts. When talking about the do's and don'ts, you will have to mention about their religions. Unlike America, some nations do not separate the government from their faiths. The United States will always be known for the separation of the church and state. Hence, we have the First Amendment. Other nations, on the other hand, like Saudi Arabia, have their strict Muslim regulation for the local and even traveler. I do not know which government style is right or wrong. However, I would respect both since they have survived hundreds of years up to now. The religion of a nation should be learned and respected, if not already practiced. If travelers do not want to be shamed or worse, they can be put to jail if it's serious enough. Why am I talking about traveling in this video? I love learning about new cultures and experiencing. Why do I love this thing? I love this thing because I have a passion for martial art and filmmaking. Every nation have their own martial art and even their own film production. China even have its flying martial artists and warrior in the historical theme film. This is probably one of the reasons why I created the channel. Last time I stated that I want to be paid while I'm traveling. This means that I want to be a successful YouTuber and filmmaker. I want to explore multiple amazing places in the future by myself or with my family, and I will tell the stories of it through films. The best stories are the stories that have in the beginning, middle, and end. So that is why I will write, tell, and film in the channel for the future. There's a reason why I said it will be in the future, because the story has not ended. As a matter of fact, it's only in the beginning. This is the story of my life. When talking about my life stories, the journeys of these stories began after the main character birth. That will not be the case, because my journey did not begin until I reached the land of the free. I wasn't born in America, however, I have been American for most of my life. There are two kinds of Americans who have an opinion when it comes to multicultural born individual. The first kind of Americans are those who do not care about the background or the history of the community of the multicultural born individual who live in America. They do not care if they are African, Caucasian, Mexican, Asian, or any other race. The thing that they care most about is whether you are a good American or not. The second kind of Americans are the ones who always care about the backgrounds and the history of the community. They are the ones who are proud to put a label before the title of American. For example, Asian American, African American, and Latinos and Latinas. So, between these two types of Americans, what do I believe in and stand for? I will stand in the middle. In the modern time, it's reasonable to state that these two types of people are the right and the left. The liberal and the conservative are the two parties. I stand right in the middle of the two. I believe I am called a moderate in the political party. Therefore, moderate is the best party and lifestyle to choose from. The first reason for this is that I am not too emotional, or rather stay balanced. When we are too emotional, our judgment is not clear. We want it to be clear for us to make the best decision in life. If we make the best decision in life, then making the best decision while traveling and experiencing new culture will be way easier. The reason for this, we must master our life and lifestyle first before mastering other lifestyle. It doesn't mean that we can't learn about other lifestyle and culture when our own culture and system of life are still insecure. What I mean is that we can't be too persuasive to change our whole lifestyle just because someone else said that they're all better. So take it step by step. Lao Tzu said, "A journey 1,000 miles began with a single step." Now that I think about it, I think travelers are one of the most wisest and most knowledgeable people in the world. They change their lifestyle little by little, step by step.